Hello, everybody. Alright, and if we go here, it should be, yeah, things are working, that camera's working. Cool. Alright, let's go over here. We should be all good. Right, things are functional. It's been a while, it took me a minute to get things aligned back up. Sorry, that was some double audio. Again, so much stuff to set up. Okay, cool. We should be good. Hello, double A. Hello. It has been a hot minute. Yeah, I don't know if it'll be a particularly long stream, but I was like, I can do a little stream today, I reckon. We're not doing too bad. It's been, honestly, it has been a crazy lately. It has been non-stop just chaos. It's just chaos. It's what it's felt like. And it's not really, in the grand scheme of things, a lot of chaos. I just, relative to how chill my schedule usually is, it's been a lot of chaos. To show that. Stop doing that. Alright. Hi, Zoe. No, thank you. Thank you, both of you. Yeah, it's good to be online. Yeah. Gosh, where do I even start? I'm sure it's been like 2 weeks. 2 weeks or so. I know, it's been a while, either way. Make sure my phone is all shut down. Yeah, so gosh, I'm just trying to figure out words and where to start. This is a good start. My brain has just immediately gone blink. Yeah, so I'm doing all right. We're not run down today. Yeah, I've actually been, like, physically I've been quite well, but I've just been very sort of burnt out, tired. I have not been colouring, which is like a really big thing. In that I haven't coloured since the last live stream. So yeah, I haven't been sitting down to colour, but I haven't needed to sit down and colour. So colouring has always been my mental wellness activity. I've actually been really well mentally. Like, I'm doing great. I've just been busy. It's just been those times where there's just been so much on. And again, in the grand scheme of things, compared to some people, it's probably not all that much, but it's been busy for me. So, like this week alone, there was 4 doctory appointments. So yeah, it's just been one of those sort of go. Kiwi Mum has been a little unwell as well, so I've been also playing primary caretaker around the house, which does mean, you know, like a little bit more effort around the house means there's less energy elsewhere. So basically I've been doing stuff, but then just passing out in exhaustion. The music is a bit loud. I can turn it down slightly. I did turn it down a bit before we started. Yeah, so hi Pauline, hi Mandy, hi Vera. Gosh, where do I even start? I can't even. Yeah. So I had a bunch of appointments this week. The dental one that we've been waiting on. Had a few doctors, bunch of stuff, so much stuff. I've also had some work stuff. There's also some stuff that I can't quite talk about yet. The music's just shot up again too. Hold up, give me 2 ticks. That's why it's on full there. That doesn't help. And then for some reason, it's put my, I think it's reset my sound volume since I've been live last, because I just realised it was also capping me. It's not meant to cap me. Right, let's uncap me and make me much louder. Right, that should help. Let me know if that doesn't help. Hi, Mana. Yeah, so the big one was we had the dentist this week. Finally. We've been waiting how long for the dentist? Yeah, sorry, it's because it's been like 2 weeks since I've opened OBS. It might have done it likes to sometimes change my settings. So I did have to go, I did pre-check this part at least, because I figured that much. Forgot to check the sound levels. That should help. Let me know. I can always adjust. Yeah, so I had the dentist this week. We've been waiting how many months in the dentist? But yeah, that was good. They do. So I went in with my mum, and I went in with a big piece of paper that I'd written a bunch of notes on because of my anxiety, because I knew once I got there I would, even though it was just a checkup and it was just a talk, I knew I would get very overwhelmed very easily. So I wanted everything pre-written down so that I could communicate it, my mum could communicate for me if I couldn't, or I could just hand the paper over to them and be like, this is what I want. So that's a really good tip. But it was the same dental surgeon and the same nurse specialist that I've had before, and they know me, they know my anxiety, so they came and got me from the waiting room with like, it's okay, I mean, we're just talking today, like, it's all good, you don't have to run away. They're really lovely. They're really good at like joking and making me laugh and making me calm down and making me feel good about what needs to happen. So I had to have an x-ray first to check out my jaw and all sorts of stuff, and yeah, the damage across the top is extensive, as I knew. And so when I went in and said basically I don't want to deal with it anymore, I just want them gone, they were like, we agree. Top, absolutely. So tops are all going to be surgically removed. Wisdoms down the bottom are impacted, have to come out as well. So we're losing my other wisdoms finally. There are also 2 teeth down the bottom that need to be extracted as well. But surprisingly, for the amount of pain that I've been having in my mouth, all across the bottom front here, absolutely perfect. So it's all just projected pain. So they're like, we can actually save the entirety of your bottom front and quite a bit back, not all the way back, but most of the way back. And if we save that bottom, then you only need a top denture. And I'm like, cool. So we won't be extracting all the teeth, but we will be extracting all the top teeth, and I will be getting a denture. So there will be a period of time where I don't have any top teeth while my gums are healing, but that's okay. It's just a relief to know that we're at least doing that. And they said once it gets to a point that the jaw is too damaged for the bottom teeth, we will also extract the bottom teeth for you, and that will be done completely under. So I'm now on the hospital wait list to go under for general anaesthetic to have all the teeth removal done. So big relief in that. So yeah, we're still waiting, but at least we're on the wait list and agreed that it's the right process. In the meantime, I have a list of dental places to go to that are particularly good with anxious patients about dealing with dentures, like who the hospital recommends that I go to. So I've got 3 options to go to explore. So I've just got to ring and talk to them about accessibility and all that sort of stuff. But good news on that front. But yeah, definitely look after your teeth. Look after your teeth, folks. But it's done. I'm on the list, so it's just now waiting until we can get the procedure done. So yeah, obviously during that time there will be some time away. I may also have face cam off for a while everything's healing, because you know we're gonna be rough, but it'll be good to be done. So that was one of the big things. I also had quite a few doctory appointments as well recently. It's been so many appointments. Life has absolutely been lifing, colouring Bumblebee just non-stop. So I have to have annual ECGs and heart checks because of my condition, and we passed all that with flying colours, which is fantastic. So we got the tick of all good. I had a bunch of blood work come back, which just confirms things about the disease still carrying on and yada yada yada. We already knew that. But the big thing is the change in pain medication, which has been really helping. Like, it's amazing how much changing the pain medication has helped. I'm just going to start colouring while I catch you guys up because there's a lot to catch up on. So I am now on a different anti-inflammatory and my injection and a change in narcotics, and because of that combo that we've been doing, I've actually been experiencing a lot less pain, which is absolutely fantastic. And I have started going for walks every day. Now there are days where I'm still in pain and like not wanting to go out, but I'm not letting myself have the excuse. On the bad days, I still have to go around the street, or I still have to do X amount of steps. So, and then on the good days, I've been really going for walks, and it's getting to the point now that if I can't go outside and go for a walk, I miss it, you know? I'm really enjoying just getting out in the air, getting outside. And so yesterday, for example, I managed to walk for 2 hours, which is freaking incredible. So I basically, where I live in Murtu, we have all these gorgeous walkways, and I've been basically just getting lost, because the great thing here is if you head towards the sea on a walkway, you're eventually going to meet the main walkway. All the walkways kind of link up. So I've been getting lost and just finding random walkways and walking it and just heading towards the sea, because I know eventually I'll find the main walkway, and then that connects to the bus stop, which I bus home. And it's been a blast to just get lost with an audiobook. And I'm like, I have no clue where I am, but it's so nice just walking along like rivers, walking along in the forest, and then the main walkway is all along the ocean and the coastline, and it's so pretty. It is very uneven ground in some areas, so I have to walk quite slowly sometimes because the ground is very uneven for the walking frame, but it's just been absolutely such a blast. It was so enjoyable just to get out there for my mental health, because I used to, before my AS became so bad, I used to go walking for 5 or 6 hours at a time and just listen to an audiobook, even when I was, 60 or 70 kilos heavier. I used to go and just walk for 4 or 5 hours. I was always an active, bigger girl, and I loved it. I would just put on an audiobook, put on a podcast, put on music, and just walk around. So I've been absolutely loving getting out there and doing this. Amanda, hello, and Stardust. And Andrea, hello. Welcome in. Yeah, I am. Yesterday I hit my biggest step count so far, with 14,000 steps, which, like, I know some people might be like, oh, 20,000, 30,000 is a lot of steps. Like, you should be doing 10,000 every day. This is from a girl who, on a bad day, will do less than 100 steps. So to hit 14,000 is, like, huge. And when I went to my doctor about all this, and I was showing her, like, my Fitbit and showing her the tracker, she's like, I'm so happy to see this, because my doctor, before I had my AS flare up, because I've had this for years, it was the flare up that got diagnosed. Where my doctor's is where my workplace used to be before they moved out of town. So I used to every day walk to work, and where I walked, I would pass her on the way, because I walked past my doctor's to work, and I would always bump into her going to work. So she would always be like, hi. I'd be like, hi. And then, because I lived in the centre of town, I would walk back home at lunchtime, and I would see her going for a walk on her lunch break, and then we'd catch each other on the way back, and then I'd walk home. So she saw me, and she knew I walked 4 times a day to and from work with a walk home for lunch. And then on the weekend, she would see me walking around on the walkway. So even though I was a bigger girl than I am now, she was never a doctor to tell me to go lose weight, because she knew how much I was walking. She knew, like, I just ate a lot. So yeah, she's always been like very, very encouraging of that. And so when she's seeing how much I'm walking again, she's like, oh, it's like the old you's coming back. And I'm like, yeah, I think we've finally cracked a few bits that are working. So it's really good to see. Walking is one thing I've never really enjoyed. I need my walking to have a purpose. That's fair enough. I mean, for me, it's always been a zone out time. It's always been also my time for podcast or music or audiobooks. So for me, the walk is sorry, it's protein powder getting stuck in the back of my throat. For me, it's always just been the point of the walk is the walk itself. But yeah, I do also get that, like, when I first started saying this has been going on for about a month, that I wasn't going to let myself get any excuses. I started off by just setting myself the goal of getting to the supermarket at the end of the road. And there's also our pharmacy beside the supermarket, and I had to go and check up on a medication. So I was going up there every day. I could have rung the pharmacy, but that gave me the purpose for walking, just while I was getting in the habit of going for that walk every day. It's, yeah, so there have been like a couple of days where I haven't walked. Like, for example, the last time I streamed and then my back was spasming, that day I let myself have a rest day, because very clearly my body was saying, bitch, we need a rest. Like, it was screaming out at me. So yeah, and that day I was like, yeah, you can have a rest day today. Like, but and then on the, like, yesterday was day 2 of my injection cycle, so I'm a lot more active on the days of my injection cycle versus the non-injection cycle days. So it's also doing this with the understanding that, you know, my body is still, like, I still have a chronic condition. I still get very inflamed. But it is also good all around. So yeah. Yeah, it is, yeah, the energy level. Well, my doctor was also like, oh, you'll find your energy's increasing. I'm like, nah. Go for a walk, come home, go to bed. I went to bed at 7 p.m. last night, guys. Which is another reason why I haven't been colouring, because I will be doing the things. I go for my walk and then I collapse in bed. So yeah, last night I went to bed at 7 o'clock. And I slept until 7 a.m. this morning, or 6:30. So yeah, it is hard to motivate people, man. They have to find the motivation within yourself. Like, you can't push people to do what they don't want to do. They have to be willing to find it themselves. But yeah, so that's been a big thing, and that's one of the reasons also why I haven't been colouring, but also streaming, because right now I'm finding a lot of peace in going for walks, and getting out there and just walking about and mobilizing, and so I haven't needed to colour as much, which is why, even though colouring is one of my mental wellness activities, I'm finding a lot of peace in walking. So yeah, I'm really, really enjoying it. We are heading into summer, which is going to make things a bit easier as well in terms of weather and stuff like that. But yeah, I hope it carries on. Yeah. Hi, Yana. Yeah. So yeah, I haven't been on, but I have been good. Even though, again, this week has also been chaos week with appointments, so that didn't help either. And there will still be chaos weeks coming up with appointments. Between me and my mum, we just have a lot of appointments at the moment. So we're doing the best we can, but yeah. It's the same as I always say with streams, so it's always, you know, as the health dictates, and mental health and physical health. But I hope you all have been good. On Wednesday, it was meant to be a nibbling graduation, but unfortunately the nibblings were sick, so the graduation didn't happen. So because Mum and I were ready to go out, we decided to actually have a day op shopping and just having like a day of going out and about and doing a few bits and pieces. And we went to a cafe and it was really nice. But I went to the op shop and I was so stoked because I found brand new colouring books. These are the old style Dover colouring books. And these ones are cool because these are all like ancient Greek and stuff like that. I paid $1.50 for all 3 of these. And they actually have like really cool information. I took classical studies in high school and Latin in high school. So like for me, I'm like, yeah. So yeah, completely uncoloured. Gotta love a good score like that. So yeah, they're a little bit story heavy. Except for that one page. That's the only page that's been coloured. It's like, that's fine. For $1.50, that was fun. So yeah. Oh, and the other thing I've been doing is I've been playing Pokemon Go. Because I've been walking, so I've been playing Pokemon Go. Gosh, what else has there been? Lots of work. Work's been chaos as well. Yeah, I think that's all the things I can talk about online at the moment. Again, there is other stuff, but these things that I don't want to talk about online because either I'm not ready to talk about them publicly, or they involve other people and it's not my place to talk about. But it's nothing like, you know, bad. It's just trust me when I say there's a lot of life happening at the moment. I did have a little look into, I've still got to figure a few things out, but I was looking into how to use my phone. What I figured out is if because I talked about previously about how it'd be really cool to be out and about and have you guys with me as I go out and about and do more in real life streams. But because I stream across 2 platforms, it's a little bit more difficult. Like if I was just streaming on YouTube or just streaming on Twitch, whether you can use those specific apps, a little easier. But because I stream across both platforms, it's a little harder. And then there is some software that you can get that you stream from your phone and it sends the information through to your OBS at home, and then you put out the OBS at home. So it would be remote streaming. It's a whole complicated setup, but I was looking into that for a little bit because it's like that would be really cool because then I could bring you all with me for some walks or stuff like that. I've been working on my colouring journal. Nice. I have the little ones here this weekend. We went colouring book shopping. Cute. Oh, that was the other thing that I did. I know a little while ago we talked about how I was hoping to go swimming, but I was having difficulty finding someone to go swimming with. And I wasn't sure about accessibility, getting in and out of the pools and stuff like that if I was to go swimming. Well, I had like 40 minutes to kill before an appointment this week. And I happened to be near where the swimming pools are. So I was like, you know what? Let's just go and investigate. So I went down there and first off, so many disability parks right by the door. Super easy to park. I was like, okay, this is a really good sign. And then I went in there and just went to the person at the counter. I was like, hey, I'm not actually here to swim or observe anybody. I just wanted to like investigate accessibility options and if I could go swimming here. I'm like, oh yeah, of course. Any questions? You know, and they let me walk around and actually have a look at a few things, which was great. And so what I worked out is like it is actually one area of the pool where like, there's a few areas that are easy to get into. They even have, like, certain areas that are set up with, like, seats, and they've got lots of people, different ways that are accessible for different people's needs, which is really, really good. But I realized that there was one section where when you're getting out of the pool, and there's a handlebar the whole way up, and then where it leads up, there's basically one step to where I would park the walking frame. And I'm like, oh my goodness, that is like exactly what I need. Like, park up the walking frame, one step to the handrail, and then yes, you're going down some stairs and stuff like that, but you're on a handrail the whole way. And it's like, I could do that. I could actually manage it, and I could manage that on my own, which is really, really awesome. And then like getting changed and everything like that. Like, there's lots and lots of accessibility options. I was like, okay, I could actually do this. So I was really, really excited about that. That was like, swimming is going to be an option for me, because I'm a mermaid at heart. I freaking love swimming. It's just hard to do on a walking frame. Can't exactly roll up to the beach anymore. So yeah, super excited for that, and I will be going swimming, but not for the next 2 weeks because we are in school break here. One semester has ended, and the next semester / term is about to begin in 2 weeks, and for the next 2 weeks, pools are very kid-filled, and they turn off like between 10 and 3. It's pretty quiet at the pools, except for maybe some toddlers learning to swim, and you know, the seniors that go down and the adults and stuff like that. So 10 till 3 during school term, great. Out of school term, full of kids. And they turn off, they close the lanes and stuff like that. And instead just put on like a wave machine, and they make it for the kids in the holidays, which, you know, I remember being a kid and going down there in the holidays. It was always so fun. But I was like, oh, I just worked this out, and now it's school holidays. So it's going to be chaos down there. So yeah. But in 2 weeks' time, we'll be able to go swimming. So I'm super duper excited about that. Yeah, we'll have to, again, park up in a very specific place with my walking frame and hobble. But one step, I can manage one step. So I'm excited, because honestly, I've been missing swimming so much. I would totally be a jellyfish. Or a mermaid. Or a squid. Squids are cool. Jellyfish are just so hypnotic. I saw this giant jellyfish plush, but they wouldn't ship to New Zealand, and I was so tempted. But they wouldn't ship to New Zealand. I was like, I want the giant jellyfish plush. And then I was like, I could just make a giant jellyfish plush. Like, this can be done. Am I going to? No. Do I still want to? Yes. I was actually talking to someone about some cosplay stuff, and I was like, you know, I have always wanted to make like a jellyfish outfit, because it wouldn't be a hard particular outfit to make. Like, I've got an idea for it, and because we have like some cons and stuff coming up, and I was like, ooh. So if perchance I do end up making it to the cosplay, the con, I might just do a jellyfish outfit. Like, it's not a character, but screw it. If you can't dress up as a jellyfish, why not? I want to be an octopus. I want to, like, the fact that octopus can each tentacle can be used on its own. Hello, Shadow. Do you want to be an octopus? Or do you just want to be a clingy baby? You just want to be a clingy baby. Come on. Come on, chat hasn't seen you in a couple of weeks. Is that why you're meowing? Because you're like, hello, they need to see me. Come in. You need to come closer. I can't reach you there. My back's not good enough for that today. It's sore after yesterday. Come on. No, it's also sore because I spent 12 hours in bed asleep. Come on. A little closer. drama queen, expecting me to do all the bending. No, you're fully capable of bending. Baby Shadow. He is such a drama queen at the moment. He's not actually, he's just... I found 2 more bags of his treats, so he's allowed treats again. But still having some difficulty finding his treats. But yeah, we've at least got some. Just to make him last. Yeah, I'm so excited about the fall. I may end up going during the school holidays if the nibbling, the older nibbling, I don't think the younger one does. Maybe the younger one does. To contact them and see, although the nibblings haven't been great. They haven't been well either, so yeah. But he's doing really good. We, when we went op shopping, we also brought a bunch of random plates, to replace his food bowls with, and they're like a better depth for him, and he's really, like, he's actually been eating all his food again, so it's been really good. But he's coming up to his summer shed. He's starting to get very, very fluffy, and every pet is just hair everywhere. He's definitely heading into a summer shed time. He's been busy exploring the garden. This is a protein coffee. This is not for you. Alright. You're just going to stand guard there now? Can't stay there. And you can't have any of my coffee. So what are we going to do with you? Yeah? What are we going to do with you? Where are you going to go? You going to come on my shoulder? No? You're going to sit there and demand attention. Just remembered, someone introduced me to a new artist called The Swimming Owl. They do printable bookmarks on Etsy. Ooh. Okay, let's bring that up. Oh, I didn't bring up Instagram either. Ow. That went to cat owl swim in water. That was not what I was trying to do. I know, I'm not giving you attention. You can wait. I'm trying to type. A swimming owl. There we go. Alright. Hi, Winter. You are... He's being a little attention poop. Okay. That's all set up. I've got that bookmarked for later. Thank you, Jess. How are you, Winter? Alright. Can I have the desk back yet? Can I have the desk back yet? Or... No, you're going to drool all over me. Same thing happened to me when I googled it. Bunch of owls swimming. Yeah. Oh, Google. What have you done here? You got like a little knot. So exciting. The backside of Shadow stream. Yeah. Give you a good scritchies. Good scritchies. Good scritchies. Good scritchies. Try and defluff ya. So much fluff. Alright. Come on. You either stay on my shoulder or you're going down. Ugh. Or not. It's not the point, mister. I'm trying to colour. You're going to send some art tags. A good time to send art tags because obviously this desk is shadows at the moment. So there's nothing I can do because he won't let me put the book out. If we give you enough attention, will you then go to sleep somewhere else? Give you enough scratchies? No. No. You do not go that way. You know that. You know that. You know you're not allowed to go exploring on the desk. Don't give me that look. You're not allowed to go exploring on the desk. Don't give me that look. He really is. Come here. Come here. Off the desk. Settle down. You can settle down here. Yeah. Look, you can cuddle up here. We can keep you here. Look, they can still see you. You're still the star of the show. It's okay. It's still all about you. It's always about you. I promise. Okay. He's starting to nestle down on my shoulder. We might be okay. Maybe. Maybe. Just a big baby, I tell ya. Okay. So, the wonderful Amanda has sent through their first Lulu Mayo page, and how freaking cute is this? No. Look at the otters. Look at the water. I love how you've done the water. Also, the donuts look delicious. Oh my god, there's a big thing of cat drool on the book. Just noticed that. Thank you for sharing, Amanda. It is so cute. Can I reach tissues without moving? Yes. Ugh! This is why we keep food napkins around. You and your drool all over my book. This is why we keep the book closed while you're on the desk, because you just drool everywhere. And then we also have some art text from Yana. Yana has been busy. Oh my goodness. So this is Yana's art text. Love the glow of that one. So we have the Joanna Basford, and then we have the Hannah Carlson. And then we also have this cutie one. So, so gorgeous, Yana. Thank you so much for sharing, Yana. I know how to do the fish. Bring it back up. I kind of dig the fact that they're white. They could also be like a really dark blue, like they're a shadow really far deep down under the water. Because there's no detail to them, they're just sort of an outline. I'm wondering if they're like imagining, you know, it's just a shadow under the water. That's kind of what I see. Otherwise, if you want a colour, you could just bring in one of the other colours that you've used around it, like the pinks and the yellows. Right, are you happy? Can I go back to colouring yet? Alright, can I colour yet? You're gonna throw a tantrum if I start trying to move? If I start trying to colour? Maybe. You may be okay. We may be okay. He's looking. He's interested. I can feel his fur all over me. And keep staying. Keep staying. This is really not the easiest position to colour in, but we'll make it work. Need to put a bib on you so that you can't drool everywhere. Or that I can see around your head. Hi Amy! Sorry, I think I forgot to say hi! You're good, Amanda. I know how pocket files work. It's quite alright. And thank you. Yeah, I really do like how the page is progressing. I just need to get more of it done. Just haven't... Again, I haven't been sitting down to colour, so... Because of that, I haven't been colouring. Oh, I can't see past your head. Can't see past your head. Honestly, sometimes I wonder if this is what colouring with small children would be like. And then I remember colouring with my nibblings, and I'm like, yes, this is what colouring with small children is like, except they're the ones holding the pencils. Not done any colouring all week because I was on holiday. I did do pottery on holiday though. Nice! Pottery's actually really fun to do as well. Right. I'm sorry to disturb you, but you're a lot easier to colour when you sit like that. Because then I can actually see. I can actually sit in a better position for my back. And I know you really like being on the shoulder. Until the shoulder starts hurting. Hopefully by then he's decided he's had enough company. And that's when he'll go and curl up on whatever he's decided is his blankie today. He has gotten into the habit of like kneading on my shoulders when I'm having my morning coffee on the couch. He'll curl up onto the back of the couch behind me and then knead onto my shoulders. So now this blanket hoodie has like tons of little pulls on it where his nails have been clawing away because he's been kneading into me and doing little biscuits. Like, you're cute, but also you've already ruined enough of my blanket hoodies. Please don't ruin my good blanket hoodie. Catherine! Hello, hello. Welcome in. Oh, sorry. That was me just pressing the wrong button. Hitting my mouse. Didn't need to change screen now. I'm also on pickup duty today, so... Ugh. Cat here. Shoulder cat. Yeah, shoulder cat. 23 pages this month. Oh my goodness. Go, Winter, go. But also, it's not a numbers game, and colour what you need and what you feel. That's how it goes. Some months, though. Some months are chaos, and then some months it's like, meh. I have not completed a single page this month. I've got a couple of pages that are on the go. It's not going to be like last month. I don't think any month should be like last month. Holy hell. That was insanity. I did think about trying to sit down and film some things again for YouTube, but it just hasn't been the mood this month. Oh, my arm's going to sleep. Hope you appreciate this, cat. You feel the mojo coming back. Love that. I think too, like, summer it's so much easier to be doing things. In winter it's just so much easier to stay in. So, and see, like, we're heading into summer, so it's like I've been in winter, I've been doing all this colouring indoors, and now it's like, now it's sunny, let's go outside. Yes, I'm here. It's okay. Head boop away. I need to find one of those brush things that you like wear in your hands and then you brush your cat and it just like defluffs. Just about dropped a pencil. Yeah, we need to give you a good defluff. Need you to shed your winter coat. We have brushes, I just don't think they do a very good job at defluffing him. Alright, I am pretty sure that should be coloured in. Just don't know what. I feel like that carries on with there, and that's maybe sky. And then we got a little bit of arm there. Yeah. Might just have to do a little bit of a make it up and hope for the best section in here. Yeah, that's close enough. Be going to sleep. You're such a heavy baby. So, because we changed over his food bowls and Shadow's been eating a lot more of his food at the moment. Because he's used to, like, we put a bowl of food down and he just kind of nibbles at it all day. So he always has dry biscuits out. So he always has dry biscuits to nibble on. But with his wet food, he's always been someone who, like, comes to the bowl, takes a couple of bites, and then walks away. Comes back to the bowl, takes a couple of bites, walks away. So he's always been like that sort of cat. And since we changed the bowl, he's been eating a lot more than a couple of bites, which is good, because he actually needs to, like, properly eat. And some days he comes in and he will actually eat the whole bowl. Now, he's not just sitting there wolfing the whole bowl down. He takes a couple of bites, he comes around, he wanders, he gets a couple of scratches from us, he goes back to his bowl. But basically, instead of taking 6 to 8 hours to eat his bowl of food, he's eating it within half an hour to an hour, which is what we were trying to do. Yeah, so we did get an elevated bowl stand for him, and we got it's a better shaped bowls for him. And then we took away any plastic bowls that we had to and replaced it all with ceramic. So, yeah, just a whole change to it. And he's been eating a lot better because of that. But the thing is, he's used to being able to access wet meat whenever he wants it. And because also we don't want the wet meat out as we head into summer, because then the flies get to it, which is what happened last summer, because he was eating it too slow and then the flies would get it and then he wouldn't touch it at all. So, yeah, so now he's like eating it and eating it in a reasonable amount of time. It's like great, except he's really mad because he's used to being able to go and nibble on wet meat whenever he wants. So he keeps on meowing us to be like, give me more food. It's like, but you've had your food, you're fine. And he's still got dry biscuits. Like, he's still got things to nibble on. He's not starving by any means. He's just used to being able to eat meat whenever he wants it. And so when he's peckish, she's like, where's my meat? It's like, you already ate your meat, cat. We have a glove brush like that. It's really effective for getting lots of fluff. Lexi loves but hates it. Julie loves it. It does not be cruel whenever we brush her. Yeah, that's kind of what I think we need to get for Shadow. He needs a really good defluff. He's just so fluffy. And of course we're heading into summer, so he's going to start molting like crazy. He's already molting like crazy. There's fur everywhere on my desk at the moment. My manager was lazy. Yeah. Okay. So, we've got left these ones in the distance, which if we look at these ones that are really in the distance, they're basically just a slightly darker version of the background color with a light outline. So I don't quite want to do them the navy. So I'm going to start off with the China blue and just do a layer of China blue. We can always darken it up. Okay, my arm is fully going to sleep here. Hello, Millipants. Welcome in. A little bit darker in the center. Guess that's a little bit darker. Layer of lead cerulean. Can I put you down yet? No, you're just sitting here like a king. What if I go and put you on my bed? I know you like my blankies. Arm is really going to sleep. No? No staring at all. Alright, I'll do a bit of an outline. Oh, he's like fully... Oh. Can't feel my fingers. Arm's going dead. He's heavy. He is like... He's a chunky boy. We do get the... When we flea treat him, we get the over 4 kilos. Because I think he's like... 5 or 6 kilos. If only I could use you to do some weight training. Right, so we're doing a bit, oh excuse me, bit of a white outline as you can see. And then we might go back over those with a bit of pencil and just soften those outlines. Oh, come here. Oh. Get rid of the strands of cat fur that are around. Cats are 6.5 and 2 kgs, yeah. And that's why I got a straw for my iced coffee. I had a feeling. Oh, you're not set yet. Oh. I forgot. Oh, sorry, cat. I know, that was a fright. I'm sorry. What are you? So sorry, I've just had an indication of a blood test result, but I thought I had all my blood test results, so... Ah, yeah, it's just a copy of the referral from the hospital. Yeah, no, it's fine. That's why it's a result. It's just my x-ray from the hospital. It's like, why is it coming from? I guess which one eats all the food? Yeah. Guess which one eats all the food? We were, Mum and I were sitting around yesterday. I'd picked up the dinner that she wanted for dinner, and then I was just cooking my dinner because we wanted different things, so it was fine. So she was eating hers, I was making mine, and we were just sitting there and we were listening. We had the TV muted while it was a break in the news, and it was just birdsong. So much birdsong yesterday. And like, we are surrounded by trees, so we do get a lot of birds around us. But it was so loud last night. And Mum's like, that's so much louder. I was like, I know, like, that really loud. And when we look outside, it's just like birds everywhere. And she's like, you know why there's more birds and why they're louder? It's like, why? And she's like, because all the strays have gone. And they're thinking now that it's fully safe. It's like, yep. Because Piggy Wiggy, of course, we had that drama last year with catching Piggy Wiggy. He was a hunter, even though we did feed him to try and stop him eating all the native birds. He was still a hunter. He was a feral cat. And then there's another stray that would hang around here, but we haven't actually seen him for near on a month. So we do wonder about this stray. Again, we feed the strays so they don't attack all the birds around here. But yeah, we haven't seen this stray, and that was the last stray that we had. And there is a couple of charities around here that deal with stray cats, and what they do is they do catch them, neuter them, but then release them back to where they were found, because they can't care for them all when they're feral, so they at least neuter them, so it helps with the cat situation. But yeah, because all the cats are gone, the birds are just coming out, because this one does not hunt the birds. This one just, like how he's looking at you guys right now, this is what he does when the birds are around. He'll just sit on the deck and watch the birds, and they'll come right up to him and he just watches them, and he does not hunt them. He's the laziest cat ever. There's one day where a mouse came in on the bench and he just watched it, did nothing, and it's like, come on, get the mouse, get the mouse. Hi baby, hope you're having a good day today. I'm doing lots of art again. Yeah, so because there's no one hunting the birds around here at the moment, they're like back and forth and really loud. Of course, it's also spring, so it's nesting season for the birds and stuff like that. But yeah, they're just so loud at the moment. And then I've got a couple of trees outside my window here, and they're just getting filled with birds at the moment. It's so pretty. A little bit of white around there. You're going to have to be moving soon, Cat, because I'm going to need to go to the bathroom, and that means you're going to be put down. Even though you finally just decided to go to sleep on my shoulders. Fantastic. Okay. And then the other thing that I haven't done. Ugh, one-handed. Cool, I'll let that dry down and then we'll go over that with pink. And so the only thing left is there's a little section back here and then all the background sections are done. And we can start on the foreground section and this and figure it out from there. Progress. So there's just this little section here, which is part of the background, which I don't know why I didn't color initially, but that's okay. We'll color it now. Right, we're all doing good out there. Make sure to have some water and a snack if you need a snack. I am so full. I did manage to eat my breakfast before I went live today for a change. It's good when that happens. I am still drinking. I did make myself an iced coffee with a little bit of milk and mix some protein powder into the milk to make it just a little bit more protein. I didn't get much at breakfast. Oh yeah, I found it funny when I was chatting to the doctor because we did a bunch of bloods recently just to check because I've been saying for a while I thought that possibly my iron was low again, which it is. I'm getting another transfusion next week. It's been like 2 years, 2+ years since I had my last transfusion, so I wasn't surprised. But yeah, I had a feeling my iron was getting a bit low, so yeah, I was right. So next transfusion. But the other thing that came back is my calcium is low, which is normal with my disease, but it's a bit lower than usual. And I found it funny because literally just like a couple weeks before I went for this blood test, I decided I am lactose intolerant, but I started introducing milk back into my diet because I had been eating porridge or putting a bit of yogurt or stuff like that. So yeah, I was like, when the results came in, it was like, oh yep, low in iron, low in calcium. I was like, huh, because the body knows sometimes, you know. So I just found it funny that it came back as low, and I was like, I literally just introduced calcium back into my diet. So yeah. Excited about pizza for dinner. Ooh, good choice. Yes, I remember Phoebe's beautiful artwork with all the cats that you showed us on stream. Absolutely gorgeous. Got 12 pages left. If you're on track, you show about 6. My goodness. I have done 1. 1, and I think I've done 2 of Jess's one. Yeah, I realized I struggle to keep in track with those things, so but I love what you've done with it. It's so exciting to see. I can't wait till the whole book is finished. It's something like, now that I've completed a book and realized how satisfying it is to complete a book, like, oh, part of me still like, I just need to finish off Fledgling Fairies and then I'll have 2 books completed. So satisfying. Honestly, the Monster Minis one, I am got quite a good amount done in that one too. I could probably finish that one off. Oh, cat food breath. Ugh. Right. Are you ready to go down? Are you satisfied with cuddles? Can we put you down? Why have I got more indications coming through? Is that the one I already did? I hope so. I'm working on... I don't know how to pronounce that, Jess, but yes. And finish a trial. So 13 left. Oh, that's exciting. Hi, Sammy. I finished off any day. The first any day. I've still got 2 more any days, but I finished off the first any day. Yeah, for a month is a lot, but also it's so cool to see. And I think with the Camellia books, it's definitely like I've got the 25 days till Christmas Camellia and Jacova, and I'm going to aim to do that during Christmas time. There's a lot that I may need to do during Christmas time. We'll see how we go. We might not be colouring again. Right, are you done, Your Highness? Can you go down? You're absolutely killing my arm. I would like my arm back. Nah. Thanks, Sammy. I hope you're well. Alright. I am still here. I'm just thinking. I'm just thinking how we're going to approach things next. Because I should probably do the ground and these 4 ground items, and they're going to take a little bit longer to think about. I think we're going to do the little lines in there. We're going to do them glowing. See, if I kind of want to do the ground next, but to do the ground, I kind of also want to know how the colour reflects. Because, for anyone wondering, this is kind of, we're taking inspiration. You can see a lot of the grounds, they have that colour reflecting, like it's misty and wet on the ground. So, but to reflect the colour, we need to know where the colour is. I also don't know what colour I'm going to do this part. If I pull out a completely different colour and make that like a focal centre, or if I keep it with the pink and orange. Like I will keep the pink and orange, purple, blue everywhere else, but I could do this yellow, I could do this white, I could do this green, like I could do this a different color and make it an absolute pop. I started this year and I didn't think I could finish it this year, and we'll just join now and then at some point I just became obsessed with colouring the book and decided I could finish it. I love that, Jess. I think there's a point where it's just like, I could do this, and you just go for it. Now, I was surfing Reddit, watching strangers' corgis do ridiculous things. Honestly, animal videos are a vibe. I lose so much time to them. Cute animals doing cute things. God, your breath is cat food central. Right. Oh, hello. Are you awake now? You awake? You cannot be here and drooling on the colouring page. Right. Are you ready to go down? Can I put you down? Can you stop whacking me in the face with your tail? No, you're just going to sit right there? That's not for you. You can't stay there. I'm trying to colour. Alright, can I put you down on the ground at least? No, you just... I can just see him drooling. The amount of cat drool cleaned off colouring books. You're not going to start grooming yourself on camera. This is... no. Look, you're adorable, but your butthole and your private parts are not for on the internet. If you let me pick you up, I can put you on the ground and then you can go. Come on. Come on. I know, you're so mad at me. But look, there's a whole world down here off camera. You can groom yourself down here. And now he's just looking at me like, you took me off camera? And he's gone wandering. And Mum's not home, so I'll have to check where he's at and if he wants to go out. Which is probably good timing, because I also need to pop to the bathroom, so... But also... Oh! I can feel my fingers again! Get ready with me, cat edition. Yeah! Only 4 behind. Heck yeah, Jess! New record. It only took me an hour and a half to vacuum. Chill and watch properly. But my fans! I swear. I swear. Such a little drama queen. He's fine. I am so covered in cat fur. I'm gonna take this opportunity to have a little break because I do need to legit pop to the bathroom, but also I'm gonna stand up and just like brush myself off because I am covered in cat fur because of course he's starting his summer molt. So we will go to the Be Right Back screen for a minute. Oh, see, look, he was on my arm. Look at that. That's how much pressure he was putting on my arm. So we're going to take a little break. I'll put you on the Be Right Back screen and then I'm going to pop to the bathroom. I will go and see if he needs to go outside. Make sure he's got biscuits. Deal with the drama queen, basically. This is a perfect opportunity to deal with your own drama queens. Or get yourself a snack, get yourself a drink. Self-care after yourself. Don't just self-care after your pets, but also check after your animals. Check after yourself. Check after your family. You know how it goes. Do some self-care. Will just be a couple of minutes, and I will see you all shortly. Honestly. Alright. Alright, we're back. All good, Vera. Good night. Tell ya, drama queen. So I go to the bathroom. All good. Do what I need to do. Come out. Shadow is waiting by a door. And I'm like, oh, okay, you want to go outside. That's fine. The house is all locked up. You can't go out. So you need me to let you out. All good. Open the door. And he just looks at me. And I'm like, go out, cat. You want to go out? And he just looks at me. And then he walks away to the other door. And I'm like, for fuck's sake. So close that door, walk around, open the other door, and then he'll go out. Yeah. Fussy cat. But he wanted out, so he's out now. So he should be happy. Yeah, I'm good, Brittany. I wasn't feeling too bad. I've just had a lot of stuff on. And I just genuinely haven't had time. There's been appointment after appointment after appointment. Like on Friday, when I would normally stream, I had a doctor's appointment. I've had dental appointments. I've had family. Like, there's just been a lot of stuff on. So I'm doing good. I've just had non-stop appointments. And it's possibly going to be like this for a while because there's a lot of stuff going on that I'm not talking about online. But yeah, just know I'm okay. I'm all good. I'm actually doing really, really good for the first time in a long time. There's still stuff going on though, and yeah, it'll take time. It's just a lot of stuff going on, so yeah. Steph B, hello. Oh, hello, South Taranaki. You're a Kiwi. Kia ora, kia ora. Kia ora from Namutu, aka North Taranaki. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're keeping warm today. It's a bit windy and chilly. It hasn't rained yet though, but it's definitely picking up on the wind. Okay, so I think we're good with the background. I feel like the background is done for the most part. We may adjust things. I was going to go over the pink. Got about that. We'll go back over the pink. And then we've got a little bit of orange. Okay, so I know, so we've got little rings in here, so I feel like those will be good areas to make things glow. We could also make this top edge glowing, which could be quite fun. Obviously the center of this is a glow. We've still got all of this, which I might leave because I feel like it's going to be a bit more of a focus. So if we kind of look at our inspiration sheet as we get forward, we see more detail in the neon sign and the glow. So that's what we're going to try and do here, and then maybe a bit of the ground here. Definitely windy and Hawada. Doing okay, but work later today, which is meh. Ugh, yeah. Especially on a weekend when lots of people are off. It's like, ugh. But, you know, we gotta do what we gotta do. Don't enjoy the work. Do enjoy the pay. Doesn't last long until it goes back out, though. I hope work goes fast and is smooth. Fast, but in that good way. You know when work goes fast because it's just so non-stop and you're stressed the whole time? Not that. Just that sort of fast because it's like a good pace, but it's also enjoyable. So yeah, we've also got a ring there, so we could also do that there. So I think we could do some more pink on this side, just because we've got a lot of pink on this side, and then we could do those rings orange. And then that means we could do those. And now I've got a little bit more purpley worked into it. If we look at, again, this is sort of like what we're using. This whole page is the inspiration for the planet, but this one in particular I'm really using to reference this one. because we can replicate certain areas of this. So we've got that sort of vanishing to a point like we do here with the background, and it's a cityscape, and then we've got an object above and we've got an object in the foreground below. So that's why I'm kind of using a lot of this one to reference, because it's very similar to, we've even got like things flying in the distance. So there's a lot of things I can pull from this for this. So that's why I'm heavily referencing this one. So I'm looking at this section right across the edge here where the city is most in focus. You probably aren't seeing quite all the details that I'm seeing here, but I'm seeing that while the neon, like the pink of the neon isn't actually as intense because we're seeing more detail in the neon signs, but the buildings have more detail. There's a lot more purple in it. So I think that's what we're going to try and replicate on these two here, because these are sort of like our foreground buildings. So that's what we're going to aim for. Is the object going to be coloured in metal colour of some time? It's going to be similar to how this is done here, where we have elements of glowing, and we'll have what is shiny and reflective, but it won't be traditional metal colours. So for example, this section in here, with like its pathway coming up, that's going to be a glowing section. We'll have like lots of little areas where we can have things glowing in neon lights, like on here where we've got the pink and the blue, and then we'll have the dark shadow and the light side. So yeah, but that'll be that'll be a challenge in itself. This whole page is a challenge, but I am enjoying the challenge. It's a challenge. Alright, so this pic looks great. Thank you so much, Steph. Right, so we've got our orange. Yeah, so we'll start by in here. So we're just going to, I just kind of start by indicating where the glow lines, where the glow might be, right into the gap. We'll clean that up later. And then these ones over here are our pink ones. We do also have little dots along here, so we might be able to colour in the little dots as well. Could also do some neon blue across the top here. And if the neon blue is going to get lost. Not if it's light enough. I think it will actually pop out. Yeah, we might do across the top the neon blue. So yeah, just start by lightly marking out where my glows are. Just helps my brain. And then we start with the darks, because that's how my brain works. I like working dark to light. And so we want to work a lot more purple into this blend as well. So my cardboard behind for these edges. Oh no. I was like, is that the cat? What is that sound? But no. I know what that is. Hope everyone's doing well out there. Oh my gosh. So, you know how sometimes the simplest of things can be the biggest change for you? I brought a thing recently, and I've been keeping my eye out for one for ages, and then I happened to be at a store recently and I saw one and it was $10, and I was like, you know what, I think this will be quite a good thing. And so I purchased it on impulse, and I brought it back, and Mum was like, why'd you get that? And what it is one of those little food chopper things where you've got like a handle and you pull it and it spins in a little container. It just dices things up really finely. And I said to Mum, yeah, I brought this because I freaking love mescaline and greens, like fresh greens. I tend to put a bit of mescaline with every single meal I eat, like a lettuce mix or spinach or any sort of fresh green. And then but because of the teeth situation, it's actually really hard to chew at the moment, and I've been really missing it. So what I realized was that if I got this sort of like food chopper thingy and then chop them up so fine, so like that the herbs that I could sprinkle on top. So I did and chopped it up. Ended up making this big bowl with like chopped cucumber and greens and some onion and tomato and all sorts of stuff, and just made a massive bowl in it of the fridge. And honestly, we've just been dumping it on everything. So good. And it's like $10. Such a simple tool. So good. Pea sticks, is it? I'm not quite sure how your name is pronounced, but kia ora, welcome in. Gonna color in a million little monsters. It's such a cute book. Night, Jess. Honestly, Mana, any coloring book can have acrylic markers work done. There's no real rules. Alright, so we're doing... a little bit of this. I'm just blocking my way again, aren't I? I've got to really learn to hold my pencils in the correct position. No new medium. Yeah, they are fun to play with. It also depends on which type, because some of them are more opaque, some of them are more sheer. Brush tips have a different... honestly, I use them in regular coloring books. I've used them in the cute and cozies. I would actually look at Candace, Happy Catastrophe, because Candace often uses acrylic paint pens in their coloring books, and I would look at the what's going on in there, because Candace does a whole bunch of different things. Come on, Spotify, cooperate, please. Okay, let me know. For some reason, it won't let me skip the album. No, that's all good. Thanks for the heads up. I can barely hear the music through my own speakers. So let me know. Sorry, doing 101 things. Okay, I don't have those ones. I'm pretty sure those are the ones Candace uses though. So yeah, I would recommend checking out Candace's completed pages. I know that Candace uses a lot of acrylic paint pens, but honestly, like, kind of just use them on anything. That's kind of the great thing about the acrylic paint pens, is they kind of just work on anything. I did a bunch with acrylic paint pens last month in Cute and Cozy books, and I even blended with them. It was real fun. Some of the cheaper papers, it does kind of lift a little bit and stuff like that, so just be aware of that. But yeah. Sorry, I've just seen this. Yeah, they are very useful paint pens, and they are a lot of fun to play with on different things. It's just the one song? Okay, good. Good. Sometimes certain albums have like a similar feel, so that's why I skip certain albums, because they are itchy brain songs. So yeah, if it's an itchy brain song, let me know, because again, it's very quiet at the moment, so I can't actually make it out, and we're very deep into the playlist, so I'm not 100% sure about this one. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was still workable. Like, I have no issues with it. So, at the end of the day, like, you're just gonna find what works for you, and it's just about playing and learning, and like, if the page doesn't work, the page doesn't work, but you learned something along the way. Like, it's just fun to play and try. And honestly, if it is like a cheaper paint pen, it makes it, like, I find it easier just to play with, because it's like, that's why sometimes the cheaper pens are good, because you're more willing to just play and learn with them. Whatever works for you, like, you know. And also, big thing is, don't ever feel like you have to go out and buy anything specific. Like, just work with whatever you got. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Oh. Sorry, I feel like I got dust or something in my throat then. probably a piece of cat hair, knowing my luck. All good, Winter. Have a good meeting. It's lovely seeing you again, hun. Good luck with mythical minis. You got this. You got this. Navi Fairy. Hello, hello. Navi Fury and Eli Exit. I'm so bad at reading usernames. Yeah, welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. What were you up to today? Elliot or Eli. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Appreciate the clarification. Names are hard. Welcome in. Welcome in. What you're up to, lovely. I am Maha. I'm also probably... Also, you have the Dragon Knight in your name, which means you're already top tier because dragons. Dragons are fantastic. Yeah, did some colouring in a mystery colouring book and then some games. Oh, that sounds exciting. How lovely. Welcome in. Welcome in. So for those that haven't met me before, kia ora. My name is Amy. I know words. Sorry, my brain's not braining. Type out just so you look at my name and try to figure it out. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Yeah, so kia ora, welcome in. My name's Amy. I'm a colourist based in Aotearoa, New Zealand, and yes, we do adult colouring here. We try to focus on being a chill, positive space and just very chill vibes. Try to spread positivity and kindness and keep things in that mindset. We are also live on both YouTube and Twitch, so you may see me chatting across two people and you're like, I don't see that chat in this chat. It's possibly because it's on the other platform, but they both combine up here. Amy, I was going to ask the exact same thing. Mystery colouring book? So Amy wants to know, is that one of the ones where you don't know what the page is till it's done? Or is it, because I know there's also another type of mystery colouring book where there's like a story going on and you have to solve the mystery as you colour it. I am very curious about this mystery colouring book. It's a bunch of squares and a key showing what to colour in. Oh, it is one of those ones. Those are fun. Those are very fun. So, yeah. It's all good, Brittany, that you think those markers are great, but they don't work for everybody, and that's okay too. Yeah, I like the idea of the guana ones. They seem cheap enough to experiment with, and if a couple of them are like dry, it's not the end of the world. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You use what you've got, mana. And yeah, just the with the the colors merging together, I find are the ones that you've got, mana, the ones with the brush tips, because that makes, I should get some books to show what I'm trying to explain. The ones that I have that have the brush tip, they are like they're like a thinner marker, but I like that they're a thinner marker in terms of paint, because they blend together really well, so you can do like gradients and blends and play around with different stuff. That's really fun. Yeah, they are. Oh, okay. I'm gonna get a book. I'm gonna get a book. Oh, oh. This is part of the last month's pile that I haven't put away. I doubt you can see what I'm doing over here anyway, but I think it is in the pile that's away. No, not that one. Oh! That one will work. Ugh. Yeah, because these are like cheap brush marker ones, but they are, you can like blend the two colors and you can do shading with them. So this is what I'm talking about with Amazon paper. Sometimes you can get, I don't know if you can see the little bit of texture, maybe just a little bit where it pulls out, but honestly it's not the end of the world. Like, it does the job. But yeah, blending the two colors, and because it was like the brush, I could like blend directly with the markers, which was really fun. But absolutely, and yeah, you can use water to help blend them together. You can use your finger to help blend them together. Like, it's really just getting in there and playing and find what works for you. And you can do my, I always joke about dot 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 dab dab dab. Yeah, exactly. It's just fun playing with, and because it's acrylic, I found it went quite fast. Yeah, so this is what I'm meaning about, like, cozy simple books can also be a really good option, because you've got those bigger spaces too, which can be a bit easier for like blending depending on the size of the paint nib and stuff like that. But yeah, it's all about just playing and figuring out what works for you. Just because one way works for one person doesn't mean it's going to work for another person. Like, even how I color doesn't work for everyone else. Yeah. Counting down to Halloween. Nice. Yeah. But luckily we're not using markers. Today we're using pencils, and it's been a while since I've used Prismacolor pencils. Yeah, it is getting to, gosh, next month will be October. Do we have any sort of Halloween plans? Do we have any sort of costumes? I don't know. I don't do Halloween celebrations. So I think that's why I like dressing up when I go to conventions and stuff like that, because I don't dress up otherwise. It is. It just got pushed off screen last time. No, let me just double check. Boom. Yep, no, it's coming through. Yeah. And then if we do that one, I am shaking. Why am I shaking? There you go. Yeah, no, it seems to be coming through. Maybe it's just coming across a bit slower. Yeah, I was saying before about how I kind of want to maybe one day make a jellyfish costume. Like, get some sort of hat and have like gossamer organza. Is that the thing? You know, you get that shiny sheer fabric, completely nylon, and you can like, you don't even have to edge it because you can mount the sides. But if you had strips of that like coming off, and then had like, you can make tutus with the same sort of fabric and strips, like lots of floaty stringy bits, if that makes sense. I think that would be a really fun fun thing to do at some stage. Me and my eldest was younger. We would pick a few movies, go to the store and buy spooky treats, stay up late watching movies with the lights off. Ooh. It's like bats and Suki smell. Oh, that's cute. Nothing for me, go. Hey, you're just dressing up as a human. A functional human. Functional human costumes are also valid. I've seen someone do a jellyfish costume, actually. It looked amazing. Yeah. I think it would be a fun, like, the sort of thing where it's just a hat and a skirt, and then you can kind of wear it over, like, one of those tutu skirts that you just sort of tie around your waist. So it would be the sort of thing that you can kind of just wear over regular clothes, and just call it a day. Those are sort of my favorite type of costumes, is where it's, like, comfortable. You want a comfortable costume. Particularly if you're like at a con for like 8 or 12 hours, you know? You want to be comfy. Yeah, it's never really, like, when I was younger, I barely remember it being a thing here too, Steph, and then, like, there's definitely been the international influence, and now it's a lot more prevalent. It's still not to the extremes that we see, well, not that movies or anything, it's like a true example of real life, but talking to some of my international friends, like, even compared to what they show me, again, that's their regional experiences, and that doesn't apply to like everybody in the whole world. Everyone has individual experiences, but for where I am, I don't see a lot. But that being said, we don't have a lot of kids on the street anyway, so yeah. I like your mum's approach, Amy. Just DIY it. Yeah. I feel like I would be that sort of person too. Just be like, yeah, you'll do. Here's a sheet. Yeah. Yeah, Guy Fawkes isn't. So, Guy Fawkes is it's kind of like a fireworks. Well, it is a fireworks thing now. And so in Aotearoa, they've actually changed the rules around fireworks. So you can only buy fireworks for, I think it's 3 days now. It used to be I think, like a couple of weeks, and then they made it 5 days. Can't remember. They've limited it more and more to less time to buy them, and less time that they're available, which is great. And so, and I know a lot of people who don't buy them and haven't brought them for years, and instead just go to public displays, which is fantastic. The public displays are great. Yeah, I grew up in a religious household, so we, of course, never did Halloween because that wasn't a thing. And yeah, like, even as an adult, like, just don't do it. But I know that's also, like, I've got friends that will do like a Halloween party and stuff like that, but that's more that they're adults that just like the excuse to dress up, because again, they like costumes. So yeah, and I'm like, you could just hold a costume party as an adult. Why not? Like, why can't you? You know, like, why not, as grown-ups, do we not have, like, sleepovers with our friends. You know, like when you're a kid and you used to have a sleepover and it was the greatest time, and you would like have midnight snacks and watch movies till late. Like, why don't we do that as adults with our friends? And like, you can still be like, we're adults, we're tired, we want to go to bed by 10 p.m, but you can, you know, cozy up in pajamas together, watch the movies, eat some snacks, and then go to bed. I think that's so fun. Yeah, some of the decorations are absolutely amazing. It's the same with Christmas time. Like seeing some of the way people, yeah, everyone is in front of digital screens. Yeah. There at Christmas time there is, well, not everyone, but again, yeah, there is a there's one street around here that does do like they go really hard for decoration, but like that is them as a street, and I think there's a couple of houses that don't, but like the street, most of the street does. There's a few places that do. It's quite cool. Again with this, yeah, I got what you were saying for the sleepover reference, Mana. Yeah, that being said, like digital sleepovers, like watch a movie together online, could be a thing. That's where my brain went. It's like, digital sleepover. Because then you're still in your own comfy bed, but you can watch a movie together with snacks. But yeah, sorry, my brain's going like a million miles a minute at the moment. The end of Christmas time. Again, Christmas, Aotearoa, summer. That being said, we do have some cold Christmases. We do have wet Christmases quite often. But yeah, summer in Aotearoa for Christmas. And so there's a couple of streets that do go and decorate and stuff like that. And it's quite nice because it's summer. It's a nice time to walk around and enjoy the decorations. So I know up in Auckland there's a street there. When I was visiting some family up there, we got to go and see that street, and it was amazing. It was a good street to go walking down because, of course, it's summer. In my town, Namuto, New Plymouth, there is the local park that lights itself up, and that's a really beautiful place to go to in summer, and just go for a walk around the park and see all the lights and what they do in there, and that's really popular. So it's quite nice in that sense. Like, we don't have the cold, but we have all these beautiful, like, it's summer, so the sun's out late, it's good to go for a walk, and those that do decorate, you know, it's beautiful to go and walk around. But one of the things that I like the most is there's a lot of people, not everyone, but there's a few people that, you know, those fake snow machines and stuff like that. Obviously it's not snowing, and like fake snow ain't great. You know, there's no point making real snow because it's going to melt immediately. So what a lot of people do is they use bubble machines, and I love it. And as a kid, like watching the kids, just like watching all the bubbles and trying to pop all the bubbles, like kids and bubbles is just magical. But also I just think bubble machines are magical. Again, that goes back to my love of mermaid underwater, and I just associate bubbles with it. So I think that's really cool. It's just such a little thing, but yeah. Hello, Rebecca. How are you going? Thank you so much. We've got a bit of work to go, but we are getting there. I am probably going to have to wind up soon. I can't spend a long time here today because we've got a bit of work done. We've still got a little bit of time, but yeah. I'm doing good. I've had very, very busy time. Lots of appointments, lots of things. I forgot to shout out Nabby Perry on Twitch. I'll do it now. I'm not braining right. I hope that if you needed to raid and fade, you did Nabby Perry, because I did not do my usual. I'm good. I'm so good. Oh, gosh. I'm chaos brain today. That's how I feel. I feel chaos brain. Again, there's still a lot on. But it has been nice to sit down, even if it's just for a few hours, and get a little bit more done on this page. Like, it doesn't seem like a lot all up, but it's nice to get a little bit more done. We'll keep pushing through. We'll see how much more we can get done. Again, streams have been finicky, and they will continue to be finicky for a while. Alright, we want to have a bit more purple in here. Oh, the other thing to note is it's not quite this week, but I know coming up soonish will be the start of time zone changes. I think it's the end of the month for me. Yeah, it's pretty sure we're spring, so we spring forward, and then I think it all happens at different times, but I know ours comes forward. I will try my best to, if I am streaming the weekend when it happens, to also put a stream scheduled up real early so you know about the time change. If I am streaming that weekend, that comes with the caveat of if. Yeah, it is next weekend. I thought so, Steph. I thought so. I appreciate having another Kiwi who can, confirm these things in chat where my brain's just like, wee, 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 wee. Yeah. Anyone excited for the new Derwent 72? Yeah, I also haven't seen anything about them yet, but yeah, I'm also very behind on videos. I have not been watching hardly anything. Again, I cannot stress how much I have not been in the colouring zone lately. Yeah, no, it's small world. It is such a good activity, and that's what I say, I have some months where I do a lot of colouring, and then some months where I don't do a lot of colouring, and that's the beautiful thing about colouring. It's there for when you need it, and it's a fabulous activity for when you need it, but if there's months where you don't need it, or, you know, other things, it's fine. It can sit on the shelf and wait. It's a beautiful thing about it. It's an excellent hobby to have. that's a very appropriate reasons. Yeah. If it works for you, makes sense. Yeah. I did not see the Nintendo Direct. Oh, yes, I have seen little bits about it. It looks very cute. I don't have any plans to buy any more games right now. Again, I haven't been playing games either. Just... Yeah, it looks very cute. Ditto is a very cute one. I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Go lately, so... Right. We are just over 2 hours. My back is starting to spasm a little bit, so I think we will call it there. I think that's... Again, it's not as much as I wanted to get done. It's never as much as I wanted to get done, but I think that's a good point to stop because my back is kind of telling me, hey, we've had enough for now. So we're going to listen to the body. And we're going to go and self-care and look after ourselves. I've also got to do pickup in about half an hour, so it works out good for me. But yeah, it's been lovely to catch up with you all. Hopefully we will get this page finished this month, but honestly, the rate we're going, probably not. Yeah, we're slowly getting there. I may do some of this off stream just to kind of figure out how I'm going to approach things, and then I can come in and actually be like, this is what we're doing here. But that's if I actually sit down to do any colouring, because again, I haven't been colouring. It's been chaos time and yeah, a lot. So yeah, it's been lovely to catch up with you all. I'd like to say we'll be streaming again on Tuesday. However, I have a sneaking suspicion that that is when my infusion is going to happen for my iron, so probably not. I also have another appointment this Friday with some doctors, so we may not stream again until next weekend. Maybe I'll do another odd stream if I feel up to it, but right now, as I said, there is a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that is just a lot. So yeah, we'll see you when we see you. But in the meantime, look after yourself. Make sure that you are listening to your body, self-caring, and finding a little bit of joy and positivity out there, because the world is crazy and chaos, and it's easy to get swept up in it. So take a bit of time for yourself and look after yourself, because you should look after yourself. Someone has to look after you. Yeah, but all the aroha to you all, and we will hopefully see you again soon. Yeah, I can't even say if I'm not streaming next month, I'll put up a completed page. Next week, I'll put up a completed pages, because next week we will be into next month, and I have not completed a single page this month. So yeah, we'll see how we go. It's just, it is what it is at the moment. I appreciate you all bearing with me, and yeah, when we're back, we'll be back. But it's been lovely to catch up with you all. Take care, enjoy your colouring, and I will see you in the next stream. Bye!